Shannon, so much drama surrounding this team. What's your reaction to their media day?
Kyrie Irving loves to try to pretend like he's a martyr, and he's not. The reason why, and Sean Marks made it wasn't an ultimatum. It was about wanting players that are reliable and accountable. So no matter what you're dealing with, you just don't get to pick up and leave without telling someone, Kyrie. You want to play, oh, I turned out $100 million. No. They're like, man, we're not finna give you no money when you just feel like you can just bone out anytime you want to. And you don't tell anybody, oh, man, you know, sometimes we're human beings. They think because we play basketball that we don't have emotions and we don't have issues. Yes, you have those issues. But you better tell your boss, I can't just like not show up for work and then a couple of hours later, well, Shannon, why you at work? Oh, man, I'm dealing with something. I better tell somebody beforehand. So that's where I am with Kyrie. I know what Kyrie is. That's Kyrie. Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant. I ain't surprised I ain't get traded. I'm too valuable. Why the hell you asked for a trade? So you didn't realize, did you realize your value before or after you didn't get traded? Kyrie, he talking about, well, you know, I wanted, the culture. KD. The culture's you. You were in a place that the culture is as great as it is at any location in the NBA. The Golden State Warriors. What the hell did you take? The reason why Tom Brady was able to go to Tampa, he had spent 20 years in New England. He brought what he had learned in New England and transported it to Tampa.
He did.
KD, you're the culture. Ain't no culture. You might be the longest tenured player there. So how can they establish something that you don't want to be a part of? Let's skip. Here's the thing. He said that, I told the organization that I'm not going to be a bridge to them and Kyrie. That's a part of leadership. Sometimes you got to take that and say, okay, guys, y'all, we need to get in the room together to figure out how we can make this thing work. That's all a part of leadership. There's a lot of times, Skip, that I dealt with things in the locker room, so it didn't get to Mike Shanahan in Denver.
Yep.
That's what part of being a leader is, KD. That's why he'll never, ever get it. He thinks just because he's supremely talented, that's all it takes. That's why he hasn't won anywhere else outside of the culture that was created in Golden State before he brought his ass there. That's why.
But he was the missing piece to the Golden State puzzle.
They got a title without him. So clearly he wasn't the missing piece.
Well, I think
he wasn't there last year.
And why did they crawl all the way to
Why did he
Long
go?
Island?
Why did he go?
Well, he went because he was sick and tired of Russell Westbrook. He saw Russ coming before anybody else
Okay,
did.
let's see. Okay, there are 30 teams. Okay, you don't want to play at Russ anymore. Golden State, so that's 29. So there's 20 other teams available.
Okay, but he said, I'm in my 10th year, and I think I'll join forces with the team that has the best chance because it's going to give me the opportunity
say it again
to
with the chest
stick
out.
it to LeBron James twice.
Think about what you just said.
Stuck it to LeBron twice.
It gives me the best chance to win.
Okay,
he couldn't win without him. Steph Curry went got one without him.
Okay,
he got two without him.
You admitted to me that there was no way Steph and Draymond and Clay were going to beat LeBron and Kyrie and Kevin Love if they met again in the finals because they had just blown a 3-1 lead.
And there was no place that Kevin Durant could go that he was going to be able to beat Kyrie and LeBron unless he went with Golden State and got with three. So don't do that, Skip.
Who was the MVP of the finals? Oh, it was Kevin Durant. Oh,
Steph Curry.
Even you told me, would Steph have beaten LeBron without KD? No. Save Steph's legacy.
I tell you what, this is what I do know. I know I'm not the only one in this camp. And I bet you if you put lie detectors on every NBA player, ask them what they think about KD had he not gone to Golden State. Do you believe Kevin Durant would have won a title if he didn't go to Golden State? Absolutely not.
Well, why wasn't then LeBron able just to overcome Kevin Durant and those guys? I mean, it's like...
you're
just saying he's just another guy.
Just those guys. Hold on. Did we not just see what Steph Curry and those guys did?
To a young Boston team that shot itself into every foot that it had.
Skip.
You know and I know. They set records for turnovers. I've never seen anything like it.
But still, all that being said, when Kevin Durant went with Steph Curry, Now you got 2 of the top 5 players. And considering the brand of basketball, you got 3 of the top 5 shooters in the NBA at that time. And you got Draymond doing some of everything. Okay, they won the title. I'm not saying, Skip, I'm not saying Kevin Durant didn't contribute. I'm not taking the point like Shaq and Charles Barkley say the man just rode the bus. He was a major contributor. But
You told me that Draymond fled into the parking lot crying big tears because he needed Kevin Durant to come save him.
He answered the call.
All right.
He answered the call.
Okay.
He went there for a reason.
Yeah. Who had the most pressure going into that finals? Some of the most pressure I've ever seen.
Skip,
the whole world was waiting for Kevin Durant to fall on his face.
Let me ask you a question. Were they the underdogs? See, now, if you tell me they're the underdogs, now I'll say, okay, that's pressure.
Well, you told me he's playing against the GOAT. You said LeBron's the GOAT. You always say, Brady, if he's the GOAT, he should be able to do it, right?
Yeah, he go. So if you're the GOAT, you don't get swept. He go. I mean, you got Kyrie. You and Kyrie. And he talked about he wanted to get Skip. He chose to team up with the flakiest guy, Kyrie flaking and Grandma's biscuits. He chose to team up with him. You talk about culture. You talk about wanting security. You talk about all the stuff that you wanted, and you team up with that guy.
It was almost as bad an idea as LeBron saying, I want Russell Westbrook.
Yes.
Almost as bad. Not quite, but almost as bad.
But I tell you what, LeBron never did. LeBron never said, well, give me a trade. LeBron never said, hey, Frankie V or Rob Pelinka, they got to go and I'll come back. He never did that.
Kyrie went completely over the cliff with this vaccination thing. And I'm not going to let him get away with saying, I sacrificed 4 years and $100 million because I believed in my vax stance. I wanted to give a voice to the voiceless. Meanwhile, you're getting paid millions of dollars.
Yes.
And meanwhile, you can fall back on the fact that even though not many teams wanted, he said, I had a couple of offers. I don't even believe that.
Right.
He could fall back on opting in for $36.7 million. So he sacrificed all the way down to he's now getting paid $37.6 million. Again, compared to what others are making, it sounds like chicken feed, but it's $36 million.
Well, what about those that didn't get vaccinated that lost their jobs?
That's what I'm saying.
If they didn't get paid, and they didn't have a fallback.
He's trying to lump himself in with all those.
You're not ordinary.
Come on, stop it.
Come on.
And furthermore, he's missing, as usual, the boat and the point here, because what I wanted to hear him say is, hey, because I chose not to get vaccinated, I wrecked the team. It's not about the money you didn't get. It's not about you. It's about it. It's about the team. It's why Kevin said yesterday, all I wanted, the reason I wanted out is I wanted a team with some stability.
Still,
not around that guy.
He chose to be with the most unstable guy in the NBA.
Well, he didn't think so. At least he won a ring. Right?
There is no possible way that Daryl Bucket McCormick, Keith Burns, my best friends, I can't tell you what they're like. You mean to tell me he knew nothing about Kyrie's behavior? Stop it.
Okay, but I don't think he saw pandemic vaccination coming.
Skip.
Because
the man skipped out of town. The man left without telling anybody. You know, I know what my friends are capable of. I know if I can count on them or not. That's been his behavior. He heard the stories of what it was in Cleveland and how he behaved in Cleveland.
Okay,
hell, he saw it up close and personal in Brooklyn.
So like LeBron with Westbrook, Kevin said, I made a big mistake here. I want out. And they played to his ego and said, well, you're so great that we'll never get back for you what you deserve in return. And he finally said, okay, I'll stay. And I loved this team last year. I do not love this team now because you're still stuck with the team revolving around the quote-unquote leader who is number 11.
Yeah. This is Kevin Durant's opportunity. He wanted a place to go that he can build a team, establish a culture, establish an identity, set up a stability. This is his opportunity.
Okay.
Kevin Durant wants to be thought of as a leader when it comes. He's like, well, I'm just the best player. I just know that KD, it's never going to work like that. It's never going to work like that. You saw how it operated in Golden State. You tried that way in OKC. You tried that way in Brooklyn. Probably you should try it another way and see what transpires.
Well, I'm out on this team now.
No.
Yes, I am.
Out. Skip. My grandmother and one of my aunts were dating this guy. My grandmother wanted her to date the other guy. No. My grandmother. My aunt was dating this guy. Now, the guy that my grandmother wanted her to date, she didn't want him. But about 3 or 4 months later, she broke up with the guy. You know, she told my grandma said, you ought to be beaten made to stay with him. Because the guy that was right for you, your head hard, you wanted something else. To my mama, they more fish in the sea. My granny said, yeah, but you might not catch them. Yeah. I'm gonna make you stay with the Brooklyn Nets. You are not getting you another team. The Brooklyn Nets are Skip Bayless's team. And you don't no.
Clippers.
No. The Brooklyn
When the
Nets are your
Pelicans
team.
play the Nets on opening night,
about the
Shannon, I'm going to
1,000 to
share
1
that
Spurs?
analogy with KD and get his reaction.
Great
All
Papa
right,
said, don't
great
bet no
stuff,
money on
guys.
that.
Let's open up preseason play versus the Philadelphia 76ers, and that'll be our first indication if this offseason drama is affecting their real
mention
regular
Ben Simmons.
season. Okay.
I was going to.
Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Subscribe here to get the very latest from Skip and Shannon. Plus, go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.